Morning, this is BB. So I came over to look at my cat, and she's she's cowering again. When I left her last night, she was fine. Now, how do I know that people come into my house when I'm not there? Is that I would go outside to take out the garbage. I would go next door to talk to my friend, which she lives on my side now, or across the street. And I would sit there, and I go back in the house. The cat's fine. She would just be sitting on the couch, whatever, unperturbed, not, disturbed in any way. So I have that. If I leave now to go to the coffee shop on the corner to grab a cup of coffee, and I come back, she has a different reaction. She jumps, she's cowering to see if it's me. Now what does that say? Somebody was in there, or somebody scared the shit out of her. And is making her, paranoid. Now she was here last night. And I left her, she was on the couch. She was resting. She was getting acclimated to everything. Came back. She's hiding again, and she's highly paranoid now. Like she's afraid to use the litter box. So, this building is very quiet. It's just two people. Upstairs, one person, me downstairs. There should not be a lot of people around here. Now, I have a feeling that through these vents, like right now, I'm getting dizzy again. Because my heater is going. I'm getting dizzy again. I just don't understand this. I don't understand why she's doing this. I don't get it why she's doing this. Well, again, it's like I just don't understand it. I'm very vocal. I was kind of hoping that me being on YouTube and saying these things was gonna make her afraid that some law enforcement agency would take me seriously, but she's not. What she's doing is she's trying to play it smart. She's getting other people to do it to me, while she and the boyfriend stays from a distance. So if shit goes south, as they say in the US, it's the people will go down for it. After all, what they're doing is illegal. They're taking money to mess with me. So she and her boyfriend can sit on their high horse and, throw someone else under the bus. Their theory is probably if you can take money to mess with someone, then you deserve to go to jail anyway. But I guess she and her boyfriend, they don't deserve to go to jail. They don't deserve jail. They're pious, good, God-fearing people, I guess, who's just using me to root out criminals and crimes. For the good of, well, no one, because nobody's getting arrested and people are just getting paid, and I am dying because of it. Like, I don't want to use those words, but I feel like I am, because my body is getting sicker. So, what is happening is nobody is paying for anything. It's like my body is just in pain 24 hours a day because of this whatever the fuck they're doing. And it has to do with the electricals. It has to. This lightheadedness is coming from frequencies. There's something wrong here. There's a lot of pressure in the atmosphere here. It's making me lightheaded. I came in the door and I'm sitting here and I'm getting dizzy. Lightheaded and dizzy. Why is this happening? Why would this happen? This is not normal. I've lived with heaters since I've been in this country over 20 years ago. So where is this coming from? I don't understand. And why everything I touch is again in this house is the same thing. Last night after I made a video, I was gonna go home, go back to my apartment, and I touched the doorknob, and the doorknob is metal, right? It's steel, I think, and it shocked me. Everything I touch there's an electrical shock to it. Now, why is that? Let's say that I had something inside of me. Somebody still has to. Let's say that I swallowed something. They put it in the water. They put it in my food. They dropped it in my mouth when I was sleeping. Like, came into my house. Maybe I slept with my mouth open, and they popped it in there. I don't know. But somebody has to be constantly activating it from the outside. It's like a tap. If somebody don't turn it on, it's not gonna give water. If somebody don't turn on the burner, the stove is not going to come on by itself. If somebody don't turn on the radio, it's not going to turn on by itself. If somebody don't change the frequency, the channel is not going to be different. Somebody is activating it from the outside. Somebody is deliberately making my body feel like it's on fire all the time. I think this is what they want. What they want is to set me on fire. This is what she wants. This is probably what her audience wants. They want to see when a person is being burned, what they're seeing. Is God gonna save them? Is the devil gonna get them? Is an angel gonna come? Is a demon gonna come? This is how I see it. This is how I see it. This is kind of like what I see they're doing. What's going to come get them? So they probably have like, I don't know how many other modalities of death that they have tried. Because I know how humans are. And I say this all the time, and because I'm wanting to bring awareness to how what's happening to people. What you're seeing in the movies like Hostel, movies like catching homeless people and pitting them against each other to fight to the death. These things are becoming real. People are seeing these things as viable sources of income, like big money market. This world is becoming, well, like I said, for those of you who believe, it's going to be a wrap at some point. Because it's going to become completely archaic again. It's going to become completely archaic. Where the land will become lawless. There will be no law, no structure. The legal system will be obsolete. But with the legal system obsolete, the criminals will take over. And they will put us in concentration camps to fight against each other. This is what I'm seeing. Because it's already happening on a small scale with these targeted individuals, TIs as you call them, gang stalkers, gang stalking. It's already happening. People need to wake up. Y'all need to wake up. It's happening already. What do you think they're doing to these targeted individuals? Okay, people are saying it's the government, okay, for whatever reason. Let's say 50% is the government. The other 50% is being done by private citizens for profit. For the pleasure of some rich, degenerate, or Neanderthal who thinks that because they have a lot of money, they can exploit whoever they want. And there will be no consequences. After all, they have money, they can buy themselves out of any system. Now this will make people think that money is a bad thing. Because they will start to blame money. Money will become synonymous with these types of people. Big money. That you have to be doing something bad to another person or a group of people in order to be a rich person. That's not what I'm saying. Money is neutral. But there are people who abuse their positions of power. And some people are in positions of power. They don't really have a lot of wealth, monetary wealth, but they are in a position of power and they can abuse it. They may have access to a lot of things that they can use against certain individuals. It becomes, if they don't like someone, they just go. See, if you're doing that, let's just say you're a crooked law official, or you're a crooked, any type of person with access to files, to databases, to a gun, or you have some power over a group of people. The moment you don't have a filter, you're doing it purely for personal, it's personal with you. You don't have any agenda, you don't have any protocol that you're following. It's just you. And you, if you don't like someone, there's no law or protocol that protects that person from you. What are you going to do? You're going to mess their life up. Because you just don't care. After all, you're in a position of power. You don't like them for whatever reason. You're going to mess them up because there's nothing protecting them. What's protecting them? Which law is protecting them? And when the law becomes obsolete, what do you think is going to happen? The legal system becomes obsolete, and it's coming. I'm telling you, it's going to become really, really bad. The criminals, the people who are doing this to us, is going to rule. And I think they already see it coming in some way, and they know that, and they're trying to prepare for it. They're even trying to force it to happen. So I can see it, because I thought it was just me and these people. But now I'm on here and I see how many of you out there, and we all saying the same things. There are people who are not even in this country that I am sharing, that I'm in. And it's the same thing that's happening to them. There's something to be said for it. It's like they all read the same freaking handbook. It's like they all read the same handbook of sin and lawlessness. They're all following the same protocol. I mean, it's I don't know how limited it is in what they can do to us that the police will not, the whatever existing law enforcement that is still active, it will go under their radar, or they will cause them to disbelieve. Mama, come. Come. Sorry, she's spooked. So, with whatever, will cause them to be obsolete. Cause them to just, I don't know. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of us out there. And there's something to be said for it. And I do want people to take us seriously, especially the governing bodies that are still existing and still in place. Because they can stop this. But they have to stop being in a state of denial. They got to stop with, their department doesn't handle this and the police doesn't handle. No. You don't tell me that. You're here because if somebody steals from me, you're supposed to help me. Well, they're stealing from me through, cyber theft, stealing, hacking. You help me. You're supposed to take me seriously. I'm showing you the evidence, what's happening to me. You have to tell me something. Gotta look into it. If not, call the governing body who will help me. I know I'm just one person, but I'm a part of your society. The society that you took an oath to protect. In every house is a person. Most of them needs your help. What makes up society? The houses, the trees, people. People like me, people like you. So you talk about society as a whole. Or you talk about the country protecting us from alien forces on the outside. But what happens inside? Are you looking out for us? Are you protecting us from the ones who are domestic? Or you just don't care? Well, you fought the battle already. Whatever happens, happens now. What's the point? What's the point? It's like this, condemn a man to death. I think it's a little bit of a, I don't want to say joke, but it stirs up some emotions. And before they put the needle in his arm to inject him with whatever to kill him, they will swab the area. They will swab the area. They have to make sure that they do it with proper protocol. They will do that with proper protocol, but they will let people like me and you, well, they can't help us. Are they casting off? Okay, we have mental health issues. Let's just say I was schizophrenic. I'm still being hacked. Schizo or not, I am still being hacked and my business is being messed with. That is a fact. Are you dismissing people with mental health issues? Let's go even further. Let's say that I was a drug addict or an alcoholic, which I'm not. I am still being hacked and my business is still being messed with. Somebody is breaking the law here. What you gonna do? I drink alcohol, that's a personal thing. I'm destroying my body. I take drugs, again, that's personal. I'm destroying my body. I'm still being hacked. You're still in law enforcement. What are you gonna do to help me? It's interesting, isn't it?